Outdoors. I am Ted, your host. I had a little mishap with the live. It said I wanted to go vertical and I didn't. I put it in as horizontal, but it came in as vertical. So I have you guys on here. I got to get on my YouTube channel on my iPad here. So I'm sorry for that mishap. Let me get out of here. Hey, what's up, John? JJ, there we go. Hey, I'm sorry I had a little mishap. It said it was vertical, and I didn't put it on vertical. So I am getting this back on my live here. So hold on a second. See if I can't get this back out here. Yeah, so I messed up. I put it on a vertical, but I just had a monster right here. I couldn't wait anymore. So I just did the, let's see here. Let's see if I can't get it back on. Let's see if I'm on here now. The video has been taken down. All right, let's get back on. See if we have me on here now. Okay, 3 watching. Let's get on it. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry about that. But let's see. We got Living MN Daniel. We got Small Water Charter John, and we got Jason from JJ Drones. What? I'm sorry. JJ's Lifted Horizon. So tonight's going to be a good night, I think, because I just came into this canal. This is the dead area that has been, but I started the live here. I was messing with it, and I'm like, I got 10 minutes to go. So I threw into here, and boom, one hit. I wasn't even ready for it. I hooked it, but I didn't hook it like I should have, and it got off, but it was right here. So that's where I got him. But you can see how bright green it is. So we're gonna see. I had a little hit over here, and I had a decent fish over here. I don't know what it was. Is my audio good? Everything's good? Jason, let me know. Some people in the chat, let me know if we're good. But this is the style that I'm gonna do tonight for you guys. And let me show you what I got. I got the 6th Sense Vega rod. Okay, I got the Abu Garcia Beast X reel. I got the 6th Sense Hush Frog on here. So we're good. So, and then on my other rod, I only brought 2 rods out tonight. We're just strictly frog fishing. I got a sky blue with a white bottom frog with a Pro Qualifier reel and an all-star rod. So that's what we're gonna be doing with today, guys. I got a little bit of sun in my face for watching the live right here on my iPad, but I'm gonna start just throwing right here for a minute, guys, and try to see if we can't get something on. But the water quality here is a lot better because it's coming out of here. This is where I went back in and start catching fish back in there. So I wanted to come out here sort of to the mouth of the lake, and a fish blew up in here, and I threw it, and that thing took it, and I wasn't ready to set the hook, and he had me, oh, there's one right there. He had me, I just missed another one. All right, this might be a good night, guys. So we are on some fish already. Let me see if I can't get him to hit again. That was a little one now, but there was one in here that was really, really nice. So we're gonna see if we can't get some fishies to boil up here. But yeah, that's good news for me because I've been dead all week, and coming into this weekend, I wanted to make sure that I found some fish for you guys, because Theo is coming up with a bunch of his buddies, and I know they don't fish and they won't be fishing. They'll probably be out in the on the tubing this weekend. And Carly ain't fishing with me. Her and her friend will be up here. They'll be at Starbucks and eating and hanging out, maybe at the beach or something. But I'm gonna be fishing probably all by myself. So this is the setup that I'm gonna do. I hope you guys like it. I got the iPad right here. I do need one of them mounts, John, like right here, so I could see it. So gotta love Thailand's in here. What's up, Dave? Thank you. Chris, you're in here. I think it's gonna be a good night, guys, because of the blow-ups that I just had right here. And normally I was fishing this spot, but I didn't catch nothing in here all week, right from this very spot. So it's gonna be kind of neat to hopefully catch some fish right here, because I can't move from this spot now. This is perfect right here. I might not have to move all night, but we'll see. But we're gonna get back into the other stuff where I was at yesterday, and we're gonna see if I can't get something to bite right here for a few minutes, and then we'll make our way back in. I did have a blow up right over here too. Like they caught me off guard, guys, like so quick. I wasn't expecting to get a fish right here. And he was pretty decent. He hit good, and I yanked with my left hand all goofy, and I had him on for a second, but then he just shook off. So it was pretty decent though. So we're just gonna work our way into this here, and we may work our way back out of this as well. So the sun is shining. And that's why maybe they're in here now. The sun's hitting this spot, but the water clarity is way better than it's been. I don't even know where my frog is. Here it is. But the water quality is way better than it's been. So. But yeah. So Ace and Amber and them went home. Hopefully Ace is watching. Ace left his frog box up here. I told my sister I'm going to use all his frogs tonight. But I wouldn't do that to my buddy Ace. So. We're just gonna be just strictly frog fishing tonight. No point, no nothing. Just coming in and frog fishing. I wanted to do this as a video for you guys this year, but the frog fishing wasn't real great. Now, I would like to have a moderator on the boat with me, so just bear with me. Fishing and moderating is really tough, but that's why I brought this iPad out, so I could actually come down here, look at it, and see Indiana Chris. Droning veterans in here. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But I think we're going to have a good night tonight. So we shall see. And I will move the camera probably over to the pads as well. Let's throw one over here again, see if we can't get one in here. But this looks too good to not throw. But the one that come up over here was just a little poop. The one over there was pretty nice. So I got the boat all charged up. I charged it when I went into Pittsburgh today. I went in, the stuff in my face is still broken. They showed me the CT scan and said you're gonna have a sore mouth, jaw, your teeth will be numb for a while until all the nerves and everything heal up. But they did release me to go back to work Monday. So believe it or not, that's a good thing for me. I mean, I got paid, I used my sick time, but it's time for me to get back to work, you know what I mean? Because I go back to work for about a week and then I head to Ocean City for vacation. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's start working this area down here, guys. And we'll see if we can't get something here. And it figures I was on off the live, of course, and you're gonna get hits and fish on off of the live, but then on the live, I ain't gonna get one, but we're gonna see. At least everything's good. Hope all the stuff is, all my audio and video, everything's good for you guys. All right, let's start making our way down, guys, a little bit. I'm gonna go slow and methodical today. Because I have a feeling that it could be. I hear a lot of stuff popping in these muck too, so it could be the night that I bank a 5-pounder here. So we'll see. I'd just like to get a 3-pounder. I got one. I missed a 4. It was at least a 4. So we're gonna try to get at least a couple 3s tonight, I hope. And we'll weigh them if you want. I ain't scared to weigh them. I'll show you guys. A lot of people when they're fishing, they're like, oh, that's a 4-pounder, and it's like a 2.5-pounder. So, yeah, beautiful night out. It's gonna be in the 70s this evening. That's why I wanted to get out here and fish with you guys. I'm trying to go live at least every day this week, actually. I was trying. And yeah, that fish that I had on over here boiled behind a pad, and I saw it. So I threw to it, and he, wouldn't you know, he just smacked it. So if we see any boils, we will definitely be throwing to them as well. So, and then I will, after so many casts, I'll just check it out. I'll kneel down here and I'll look at the live. Cranking and Yankins in here. What's up, guys? Thank you guys for coming in. If you would be so kind and share me out, that would be awesome. Get some people in here. But we are going to go down into the nasty stuff too. But this water clarity in here is way better than yesterday, so we will see if we can't pull something out of here. And if I get excited tonight, you'll know why, because I haven't caught many fish on a frog this year, so. John's been killing them down there in Florida. John's been whacking them and stacking them down there. Right, John? Him and Lindy did really well in the Shane Flint tournament. They came in second and third. And they got, the guy that won it was, believe it or not, from New York. New York got some big bass, I guess. I had a place up in New York. I fished for 10, 12 years. I ain't never caught nothing over a 22 up in New York. But this guy, I guess he caught a couple 24s or something. All right, let's get back and re-hit the place that I had that fish. See if I can't get him back in there. I'll be yanking here. Cranking and yanking will be in here. I'll be cranking and yanking tonight if I get a couple hits. Yeah, that was crazy. Just that one blow up. That's good to know. I'm hoping that this other stuff pans out here. Let's see if I can't come down this pad edge. Yeah, it looks really good in here, so we'll see. I got the black frog on and I got the white frog on. Oh, I just got lifted. Oh, I just had a nice blow up over it. I'm actually gonna turn the camera over this way and I'm gonna put it on what's over there. Okay, and I'm gonna try to zoom in. See if you can't see that. If I can't get him to bite again. He crushed it, but he missed it, so that's a good thing. Okay, you seen where I landed there, right? See if he comes back. Nope. But we're gonna throw over there again, guys, because he was, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see? I guess you can see the frog coming across the top there. See if I can't get a better cast. Threw it to the left. I'll reel it in right there about the last couple. All right, let's see if you can see that. Can you guys see that on there? I think you can. Cool. All right, I'm gonna throw it out there again, guys. That's looking better. That's looking better. It was like a one hit and boom, that was it, but he missed it. God. That's good. I got about 4 or 5 blow-ups right here already. That's pretty good, actually, for me right now. We're gonna go one more time over there. Okay, well, he didn't want it again. He did hit it though, good. I'm gonna turn it back around, and I'll do that every once in a while tonight so you can see exactly where I'm fishing. We're gonna do some interactive stuff here. All right, let's make our way down. It's so hard to leave this area because I know how good it used to be. It's like, now should I be out here or should I be in there? It's funny. We're just gonna keep throwing. Try to get something to blast it. But that was really, really good out there. I should probably stay out there for a while. But I'm gonna come back in here to see. We can always come back out. So we're gonna move a little faster in here and get down to our spots and see if we can't pull something out of there. Man. All right, we're gonna cruise going back. We're gonna go back to that area because we're gonna fish that area for a while, and then we're gonna come back out on these pads. Or I'm sorry, these mats. So I'm just gonna throw here all the way down. And we will see what happens, guys. All right, I can see a little bit now with the sun down here. See what we got going on here. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. You know, I'm much in this canal here. I didn't do well in here at all. There's some little spots on the sides that might be okay. But once we get down here around the bend and into some of the stuff, we're gonna definitely be throwing. And the good stuff is where I was catching them last time, so. And then we'll come back out here and we'll work our way back actually where I was just at. And we'll work all that out there because obviously they were out there, they're hitting there. I see my buddy Tweety and his son out there fishing. They're fishing the other end. It's shady in here. Nice and cool too. This Yolatex shirt is very nice and cool. But I'm actually not in the spots yet, so bear with me. We're gonna go down around the bend here, and I'm just throwing some spots that I think they may be at, and they're probably all over this, but the active fish, I didn't find them until we got back in here. But there's little pockets coming down through here where you can throw and try to bing, 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 bing. Try to get them to come out in these pockets here. I wish I would have had one in the tank for you guys already when I got on live. That would have been pretty awesome. And I don't know what signal and everything down in here is going to be, but we're going to watch the chat here and keep driving. Was a great video. Johnny Small Pepper's in there. What's up, Johnny? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Cranking's in here. Got some people. Now, I did have one live that was on, and I had to erase it and hurry up and fire another one in because of the vertical thing. It came vertical. It looked good in vertical, believe me, but I didn't want to do it in vertical. I wanted to do it in the horizontal so you could see more. That's what you guys asked for. That's what you guys are going to get. And one thing that I don't like about this Sixth Sense is the Abu Garcia reel on it. I don't know if I want to, I might tape it. I might add a little tape to it to sort of set it in. I could feel a little bit of movement on my reel when I'm yanking. When I'm actually throwing, not throwing, when I'm setting a hook on a fish. This Abu Garcia is, it isn't loose, but it seems loose, and I don't like that. So we're gonna try to put some tape or something on there, maybe some electrical tape or something that'll stay on, but it'll make it a little more solid. Okay, we're at 6. We're gonna go down to 4. We're gonna go incognito. Now this little cutout here is where I had that big fish on. I caught 3 fish in this little cut here yesterday, or day before yesterday, or yesterday. It was crazy. I threw 3 times into this little canal here. You can see I'm throwing right down at it. It's about 4 foot wide. And man, was them bass crushing it down here. Starting to get into it a little bit now, guys. We will see, but the water clarity here is awesome. I don't know if you could see that when me standing here. All right, let's get down there a little further. Whoop, there's a little snaggy in the reel. Okay, let's throw some frogs in this stuff here, see what happens. You can hear all the little bugs and all them dragonflies are running around here. or flying around here, not running around. Probably see some pterodactyls, some blue gray herons, some of the pterodactyls back here. The nasty stuff we're in, guys. Step this up a bit. It's crazy not hitting back here yet. But we're gonna get something. Or I hope we get something. No, we should get something back here. It's too good back here. We got too many fish back here blowing up on us here to not. There's one that just blew up on it right there. Did you hear that fish? It just went boom, sound like a vacuum cleaner. See if we can't get him to hit again. Man, little vacuum cleaner. That's what it sounded like. That's it. That's all he wanted, just one little try at it. It's funny because it was about 5 feet away from the boat. Got quads over here. Go again right down this little alley here, and then I'll look at the chat again. Hear that little cracking? That's some fish popping, man. Popping in there. All right, let's see what we got here. One more pull here. See if we can't get something to pop. Oh. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, the Rampage, yeah. I don't use the Rampage. All right, let's try to work our way this way. Now the sun's going to be in your eyes a little bit over here. But hopefully we'll catch some in here. Little fish just got over there. Missed him. But I really tanked him. It was a little one to come up. I tanked him though. So you get excited, guys. You get excited. Let's see if he comes back up. There he is. I got him. He come out. Nice one. There we go. There's one, guys. I should probably take my, I should get my, I need to get my pliers out. Told you we'd get one out. I want him tearing up my frog. Here we go. About a 13-incher. Man, was he, they're like savages. Fix the frog up again. All right, that's that. I'm gonna be getting you guys all wet here. Clean the screen off here. All right, what do we got? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Was James doubting me or something? Was James doubting my frog skills, huh? I hope not. You should have seen many fishes caught. Many fishes. Many fishes caught. There's some thick stuff in here. But that's why you got 50-pound braid and 65. No, oh, cool. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. I was hoping he wasn't doubting me. But James knows. Now this all looks the same in here. So where did the fish go? Like where do you throw, you know? So it's very hard to just figure out exactly where they're at and all this stuff. So you just got to fan cast and throw and everything and just hopefully you attract them and get them to bite. Like I missed a big one. Oh, there's one that just moved. See, there was a fish there that just moved on the water. Moved under the pad. It was a decent wake. There's another one that just moved. So they're in here. It's just a matter of when are they going to bite. Bunch of fish moving underneath of this mat. Like when I move the frog, they're like getting out of the way, so I'm actually scaring them. Just waiting for that one big blow up. Let's move through this grass and make a whole bunch of noise. I really don't want to get one way out there. And I reel it all the way into the boat now. Sometimes you get them right at the boat, just poof. There's that stick. I see the stick. I can see it under the water right there. We don't want that. Ooh, I just heard a kerplunk over there. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Come on. I think I see it. I think I've seen the movement. I'll throw this one and then we'll see the chat. Hopefully I get one right here. I see another one. There's all kinds of fish moving out there. All kinds. Come on. Bring it to open water and just take it. Bam. Let's see the chat. I got weeds all over my screen. I have used a Johnson Silver Minnow spoon. James, that's funny you ask, because I was thinking that, like, on top of this stuff with like a grub tail, like 2-leg grub tail, I think that would work pretty good in this stuff. I didn't know if anybody ever used them anymore. But yeah, I've heard of them and using it in this stuff. They actually make a whole bunch of stuff. It's almost like a knockoff of that. But yeah, I have thought about using that. I really have. That's funny that you say that. Oh, I hate when I'm like this and I get a hit, because I'm all kinds of goofy here. Okay, let's see if we can't get something to hit right there. There's like these little alleyways that are in these things. And man, does that look good? Yep, but I like those Johnson. The spoon, and I was gonna say put a grub tail, but a double-legged grub tail on there. You know what I mean? I am surprised we didn't get more blow-ups over here yet. I've got about 400 pounds of muck on the front of my boat pushing it. Okay, turn down this alleyway. I'm almost wondering if I should be using that white one. But I've had so much good success with this black that I haven't thrown the white much this week at all. But maybe we will do that right now. Let's throw this white one real quick. It was free. Let's throw this white one out here. There goes this stupid bird going after my frog. That bird, whatever that was, it just scared the crap out of me. And I lost my frog. I had it wrapped around the branch. When I yanked it, it took it. So it took my frog. So we got a fish swimming around with a frog in his mouth. So they like the white. So we are putting white on. God. Yep, he ate the white. And I ripped, that's 50-pound test that I ripped out of his mouth and snapped that line. And if that keeps happening, we're going with 65 all the way around, guys. All the way through. But yeah, he hit nice, and it was wrapped around the log, and I yanked it and snapped it. That sucks. That sucks. I can't catch a big one back here. I got all the opportunities in the world right here. Let's see what they say. 12 bucks down the drain. Yep, that was a Spro frog. $12.99 down the drain. But he crushed it. All right, let's see if we can't get this white one. Maybe I'll catch the frog with, maybe I'll catch the fish with the frog in his mouth. That was crazy. Did you guys see the hit at all? I don't know if you guys saw the hit, but he crushed it right there. Man, that sucks. That sucks I lost a frog, but whatever. You'll have that when you're in full contact sports. I got an all white Spro frog on here now. I don't know, I might have to get a different reel for the weekend and put some 65 on it. I like this reel with 50. It casts the best with 50. But I don't know. Does it matter that it was white? I don't know. What do you think? It's clear water, sunny. What do you guys think? If I get another hit on the white, but I'm going to throw that black again because it's heavier duty. Or I'll put the white frog on that heavy duty. I don't think I'm throwing this white one in that tree again, I'll tell you that much. I think I'm going to throw the black one. It's when I'm throwing this frog, it seems like they're hitting it after the first initial wham when I'm throwing it in these mats. But when I'm in these pads, they're hitting it when I'm pulling it through. Let's see. It's quiet back here. There's a park right there. But the kids are pretty quiet over there. Plow right there. All right. That was pretty neat though, guys. You guys all right? You guys can see okay? Everything's good to go. Make sure everybody's okay. Audio's still good. Everything's good back here, guys. Get him this time. Man. Yeah, he was right in there. Let's see what happens. That was the tree I was on right there. You can see the tree. God. Very cool looking area back here. Wish you guys could see this. Jason, next time you're down here, we're coming back here. I got to show you this spot. Because it is sweet. Okay, now, yesterday, I missed a really big fish up here. And I'm hoping he may still be in that area. And I hope he hits again today. Because I don't think I had him yesterday. I didn't have him hooked real good, so. So we will see. Start putting into this thick stuff. All right, guys, we're gonna keep working our way down to the Congo, I call it. Okay, that's not good. All right, that's better. There's a lot of debris in the water here. A lot of debris in the water. You got these people over here probably like, what? I'm good, okay. Get them this time, I'm good, okay. I don't know, it could happen at any time back here, guys. It's weird because sometimes when you hit the trolling motor, when you're in this stuff, you'll see a bunch of wakes moving out there. Like, so you know that trolling motor definitely affects the fish further away from you. Pay attention to all that stuff. Sorry if I'm crazy, but that's what I do. All right, guys, we're going into a good spot where I missed that real big one coming up here, but I still want to throw all this stuff. That's my boat mark from yesterday coming through here. Ooh, look like a nice wake. There's actually a really nice wake behind it. Do it again. Do it again. One missed it. I know exactly where he was. I'm going to throw it back out there. Keep an eye on where he was. Bring it back through. Come on. Now we're getting to the spot right there. And he missed it. And he's done. He's out. He is not playing anymore. I should, man, I just don't know if I should be putting that bluegill one on. Help me in the chat, guys. Feeding on bluegill pattern. That's what I caught my real big one on. This black seems to be really good though, but maybe they're changing. I mean, the water's getting clear. Maybe they're looking for something a little more natural. Now in this real thick green stuff, I don't really think color matters too much, to tell you the truth. Because they're looking at motion and they're not really looking at the color. You know what I mean? There's no way they could see color through all that green. Now there's contrast, and I think black is the best for contrast. You know? Okay. Here goes nothing. Let's get up in there a little bit. And let's cast for some giants here. This is where it could happen right here, guys. This is where it could happen. Before I start casting this. Clear water, brighter colors. Yep. All right, boys, let's try it. Man, does that look good? Does that look good? Oh, there's one, missed it. So I don't know how thick that is in there. One missed it though. He come up and his tail was in the water. He couldn't get back down in through that thick stuff. Okay, keep rolling. Can you guys see that? Oh, maybe, I don't know. I think my frog is messed up. I can hear some popping back here. It gets a lot thinner out there. As you come closer to the boat, it gets thinner. All right, boys, let's try the white again. See if that makes a difference. There's all kinds of different ways you can do things, I guess. You can reel it in fast, slow. We'll see. That sun is going down, though. That sun's going down, John. I don't know if the white is going to do it. You know what I mean? Take it over this way. No, I like my brown frog too. But we're going to keep up with this. We're going to move in a little closer. I'm going to get the, here's where the big boy was. Oh, something just came up and hit it right there. Did you see that? God. Did you hear that? That was a monster. Hit it right in front of the boat. That's why I bring it to the boat all the time. It was like, boom. Hopefully you heard that. Maybe they want it faster. I don't know. God. Hit it right at the boat. Did you see that, guys? Did you hear it? Did you hear that thing? Did you hear that thing smack? Who heard it? That was a pig. Come up and just sucked at it right there, right at the boat. Dry my hands off. I gotta put some golf grip on here. That could have been a bowfin too. But it was like, it was a reaction bite. Like it come flying up. That was pretty crazy. I'm gonna move in a little bit. Someone's shooting at me. aiming some nasty stuff. Let me get this frog cleaned off, and we're gonna work our way back out and go out to that front as well. Let's get a good one down there. Ain't that weird how they like know when it comes up out of the water? That is crazy. All right, let's throw this edge here. And we're moving back down. We're just gonna go through all this stuff. Clean it off. Clean off your frog. We're going through the nasty stuff, guys. All right, we're out of that crap. We're out of that crap now. Let me get this in and then I will we will check the chat. Man, I was out on the front there and had them hits. I thought for sure we was gonna have a good day. But any day out on the water is a good day. I'm not gonna try to shake all this stuff off here. There we go, now we're off. All right, now we can check the chat. Let's check the chat and see where we're at. Hey, Mom. Hurricane, huh? That sucks. Hurricane season is here. Every time we go down to the beach, we know it's that time. I'm like a hurricane coming through these weeds. I'm like a hurricane coming through the weeds. Come on. The frog don't like me today. There we go. I'm like a hurricane coming through the weeds. All right, guys. I'm like a hurricane. Like a hurricane. All right, let's get this in here, get some of these pads hit in here, and then we're gonna make our way out of there. Man, it's pretty out here tonight. I think tonight, I'm by myself tonight, so I'm gonna be ordering a pizza from Wildwood Johnny's. Maybe onions and sausage, or maybe onions and pepperoni and sausage. Something like that. Yeah, does that sun look cool? Going down here in PA. I mean, there's some awesome sunsets up on this lake, I'll tell you that much. Some awesome sunsets, no fish. Where's all my fish? Where's all my fish at? Where's all my damn fish? All right, I'm gonna throw this way over there. See if I can't get a dang fish to bite. Waiting for it to catch up to me. There's some nice looking water here, man. If you guys would see this compared to the lake, when we got all them fish in here the other day, I thought that was the reason why, for sure. But, oh, there's a big log. I see that log right there. That's a log. That is a log that we don't want to hit. And we're on it. And we're in a Y. So we got to get out of the Y. Come on. Come on. Almost that. Spin you around. Jeez. Come on, sink. All right, hold on, guys. We're trying to get out of this log. Let me put my rod down. That might help. I don't need to put my rod down. That's good to know that sticks there. Whatever fish was in this cove knows I'm here now. Huh. Let's go full blast. All right, let's see what we got going on here. And then we're gonna make our way out. Yeah, probably. I think you're right. I only got one so far. But I had one on, right before the live I had one on, and I'm like, all right. But I should have probably been fishing out there, and then I came in here. But nothing's ever, you always second guess yourself when you're rolling. There we go, we back. Are we back? Okay, Tweety. There we go, we back. Are we back? Okay, Tweety tried calling me, guys, sorry. And I had another hit real quick. Of course I'm gonna say I had a hit off camera. A little baby hit right there. But we're gonna get our way out over here. See if we can't get something on the main lake out there. I got so many dragonflies on my head right now. Try to get the water clarity here. Try to get into this stuff over here again. And we're gonna go back down this road. I missed them. Had one on there, right on the road. So we're gonna go throw that again. God, wasn't expecting that one. Let's do it again. There we go, guys. There's one. Oh, this is a nice one. Come on out of there. He's a nice one. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about, bass. That's what I'm talking about right there, boys. There you go. There's a nice one. That's about a 16. Very nice. How's that? There we go. Boom. Boom town, baby. Boom town, baby. Boom town, baby. See why you go around the world? See. We got him now. We got him now, boys. Boomtown. That's what you want. That's what you want. That frog in that open water, just about, is gonna get hooked every single time. Now, if you're watching, watch down this trail. Watch down the old Oregon Trail here. . because they use this to get back and forth. So I don't want to have weeds all over me and make it all noisy. But we're just gonna keep going down this way and throwing. That was open water, guys. That was open water. JJ, that's the kind of stuff we were catching back here. Little chunks, 16 inches, 17, and then the occasional 3-pounder, 4-pounder. Okay. I don't know if I don't even know if I need my sunglasses anymore, guys. I don't think so. All right. I don't think I even need my sunglasses anymore. They like this little bass highway, I call it. Little bass highway here. Right down the middle of this thing. But this bait sits down low in the water, which they can really snag it. They can really snag the bait. If you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. Tweety might be out here. He tried calling me, so we'll see what happens. Our signal ain't that great down here either. I could see it slowing up on the live, on the video. See, John, them 16s are big for up here, buddy. They're nothing for you guys down in Florida. All right, I know what I need. I need a dip and I need my water, and I'll be right back, guys. Give me my dip and my water, and I'll be right back. And dip, my water, and energy. I got ice in the bag here, keeping everything cool. Look at all the dragonflies on my hat. All right, let's get to it. again. I don't know where Tweety is. He might be right out here. He might be saying, off the hook, where are you at? Where'd you disappear to? But he might be right out on the main lake here, so. He'll be like, where'd you go? I'll be like back in the cut. I'm just fishing fast right here in this open water. Even though I caught that bass in open water out there, it's just, I think it was surrounded by weeds and everything. That's why I think that's a good spot. See if he's out here. I don't know where he is. He's saying off the hook, where you at? On this point, if you look at this right here, you would think they'd be in here. They're on this point. There he is. All right, guys, I see Tweety out here on the mouth. I knew he'd be out here. He's calling my name. He's saying, off the hook, where's all the fish? I'm gonna say, you tell me, buddy, because I don't know. I swear sometimes when I'm reeling in and I'm not looking and I feel something weird on the, I swear to God, a fish is nailing me. They have a hush frog popper too. Throw this right out in the middle. See if some big bass are out there. I mean, a frog in the middle of the water, oh, that's big time. Big time food for them bass. You'd think I'd love that. I might as well go whole balls to the wall here. Yeah, we're gonna make our way out to this corner. And that looks really good right there. I don't know why, but it does. I don't know why, but it does, guys. So does this right here. I don't know. We're gonna fish this little mouth for sure. There's that beaver again. I saw that beaver last week. He's over there. He's eating all them. He's eating all the green. All right, guys. Let me check the chat with you guys. All right. That'll work, John. I saw you. See, we're back out here where I had a couple hits earlier. All right, we'll see what happens. This is where they were. I hate when I do that. I hate when I wrap it around the tip of the rod. Here we go. All right, let's see. And there was one way out there. Messed that cast up. So I'm going to recast. There we go. I guess we're gonna fish it. We're gonna fish it hard. See if we can't get something in here. Missed them. And I hit my boat. I hit my thing. Did I mess my rod up? No. I don't know where the heck he was at either. So let's see if we can't get him again. I hit my trolling motor. Hit the trolling motor, guys. So I brought him all the way in. And here, at the last second, he hit again. Right there. That's crazy. I want to make sure I didn't damage my rod. All right, we're good. We are good. I get excited, guys. I get excited. Especially because it was all off. It was like off. I wasn't like ready for it. And it was like way. It wasn't where it should have been. Put it that way. Yeah, they're hitting up close, far. I don't know what the heck they're doing. But I'm not ready for them, I'll tell you that much. Now, if they're hitting back in here, when I'm looking right there, but as soon as it gets that close, I sort of like let it go, and then boom, I was getting hit. Kind of crazy, actually. We're gonna make our way out that way. I know they were probably fishing it, but we're gonna fish it again. Are they in here now when the light's low? I think they are. I think there's a bunch of fish in here that just stay in here. I don't think they go out in like the other fish in the deep. I think a lot of fish are just back here just to be back here. There's a lot of food in these weeds and stuff, so. Let's see, this way. Whoop, there's a good one. There's a good one. I'm all discombobulated now. There we go. Little one followed it. All right, let's crank this baby up to 10. We're gonna roll over here, throw it into these bushes, and we're gonna roll to the other side. Watch me get one here. If I get one here, I am screwed. See, it's deep enough back here. It's definitely deep enough back here. But you would think they would be on the edges now. You know, like on the where the pads and the muck meet the clear water. So you'd be pulling them from this way, pulling them out of there, and then pulling them into this area. Boom. There's a fish right there. They're on them pads. I got a bunch of stuff on here, guys. Hold on. Let me lift this up. There we go. There's some thick grass in here, boys. Lift this up a little bit. Hear all them bubbling and gurgling? It's all the weeds underneath the boat. That's crazy. Can't get a hit out here now. Pretty awesome. I might have caught every fish back there. But you got to be out and trying. That's for sure. It's like, looks pretty awesome in here. I see some lines in here, so they might have fished this. All right. Look how pretty this looks here. It looks awesome. But the water clarity definitely is out here on the main lake is getting better. So I'm hoping this weekend it starts settling down and all this stuff will be good again. Because it looks like it's getting a little clearer. And back in there, where the fish were at yesterday and the day before, it was really clear there. And that will always be there. But I think I'm gonna venture down to the other side as well. There's another side to this that I might, you know, throw and see how the water is there as well. But we'll check on that this weekend. There's a lot of open water and the clarity is better for sure right in here. It wasn't like this before out here, so that little bit of rain helped. It washed a lot of stuff out of this area. But I'm gonna keep throwing. Get out of that stuff. I'm going to show you this stuff too once I get out of this. Let me show you this stuff real quick. I kind of like his view. Look at all this. Look at all that stuff. Looks beautiful. It's awesome. That looks good out there too in that open water. But there is no chop on the water out there. It is crystal. I mean, it's like glass. It's like glass. But this little point here, man. It looks beautiful out here. And there is not a fish to be found. I see some little bait fish in there. Some bait fish out there, but maybe they're going to start hitting here. Not now, I mean like this weekend, because it's clearing up. So hopefully it clears up and gets some fish out here on these points in this windy main lake. Because right now it is definitely dead. I gotta see if Tweety and them caught anything. They were out here the whole time. I went back into my spot where I thought I was gonna... There's one! All right, we got one. This is a good one. All right, he ate the frog. It's all right, we got a good one. We got a good one, boys. Come on out of there. That's why you need this big stuff. That's why I got a bunch of grass on it. What is he, a bass? Yeah, a little bass. Little bass. All right, so he hit an open water. Here we go. Here we go. About a 14, 15-inch fish. And that's what I'm talking about. He was out there, so maybe gotta put this down. There's the answer, John. I'm like a hurricane. I'm like a hurricane. He come out of that, and there's some pads with open water. He come right out of them pads. Right out of them pads. So we're gonna work our way down this way. There's a couple more of those pads just like this, just like that. It was open water, boom, 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 right through the pads. I hit it, and he come out and crushed it. So maybe these open areas is gonna start to be good. So I'm looking forward to the weekend, and I hope you are too, and I hope you come in and support me again. I appreciate you guys coming in here and watching me not catch fish. But I catch them, just a matter of when. But we're plugging away. When you just got, it's tough. It ain't like Florida where you catch them every cast like John does. This is PA. It's a lot harder up here than down Florida, right, John? We just talked about that the other day. He's like, blah, 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 I heard about the Florida thing. PA's tough. PA's one of the hardest states to deer hunt, and I'm gonna say one of the hardest states to bass fish. So there, that's what I said. But yeah, it ain't as easy. It ain't like Florida fishing. It ain't like they jump on your rod. You know, you gotta work for them up here. There's no hand me's, you gotta work for them up here. There's no give me's. But no, John and Lindy, they're great fishermen and fisherwomen. They're great. They know, they get on them. They got the good baits. They got the right techniques, and they get on them. That's why they guide, because they get on the fish for sure. I'm just jagging you when I said that about Florida. Me and John were talking about that 2 days ago or something, about the bass, and people think that Florida is easy to bass fish down there. I'm glad I caught one out there, because that was kind of spooky. That was kind of spooky. There's a couple more of those grass patches here. Let's see what he said. Blah, blah, takes more skill, I reckon. Yeah, takes more skill up here than down there. You gotta work for them up here. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I'll put it this way. When you catch them up here, I get excited on a 15-inch fish, put it that way. So when I'm down Florida, imagine what can happen down there. There's a guy right here with a pontoon boat probably looking at me like I'm nuts when I caught that fish. I was screaming. But he was an active fish because he come up right after and hit it. It wasn't like he chased it or he just come flying up out of the water and hit it real quick. Like I threw it and jerked it one time. There's a bunch of fish right here that just come on out of the water. So maybe they are in this open stuff. Should be throwing a buzzbait in here. But I only brought the frog rods today. I'm just frogging. Just frogging. Just frogging. I hear some stuff popping in there. I do this in this open water out here. Muskie's liable to come up and whack it. Let's throw it out here and see what's out there. I throw all kinds of different ways. I could throw it behind my back, under my leg, whatever. Sometimes just reeling it in will work. Now they got me targeting the pads, or these isolated pads here. These little pads right here that are out in the water. Just pow, 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 pow. Tell them, GJ, we work for our fish up here, huh? You were here. You know how hard it can be, but how easy it, sometimes it looks easy. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, man, it's tough. Especially when you have these water conditions. These water conditions were terrible this year up here. I mean, terrible. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different ways you could have fished, but to me, the way I fish, it hurt me. Because I always fish to my strengths, which is top water, frog fishing. I can finesse fish. It took me a while to get into finesse fishing, but I did that 20, 25 years ago with the Senko wacky style. And I was killing fish with that. And that just grew on me, and I just started using that, and I always use that and catch fish, and that's just the way I like it. I like that. I like the drop shot. I just got into the flipping and pitching not too long ago, not too many years ago. So I'm trying to develop different ways for these kind of situations. For like when it's hard, I can switch to something else instead of just one. Like, and I'm not trying to say it, but like John and Lindia, they fish with the bruiser baits, and they keep the tweaker twitch and stuff like that, and that's all they need to do down there. They don't really have to switch up anything. Up here, we're always switching. There's always different ways to catch them, and some ways work, some ways don't. But it seems like down there, they love them bruiser baits. So that's a good thing. I just have a feeling that one of these little, it's just so quiet here, that one of these pads is just gonna have a monster in it. Come across a lot of weeds and holes in these weeds where they could be in, where you could flip those with a bandito bug or something. All right, we're gonna make our way back out. Make our way out. Just throwing the froggy. So some isolated patches now, and we'll be done. But I wanted to thank you guys for coming in today, putting up with me again. I thought tonight was going to be a great night. It started out before the live. I had 3 or 4 hits, boom, boom. I had one hooked, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a good live. And then once you go live, it all goes to crap. But I caught a couple, just some small ones, you know, 15, 16s. So caught a few fish, but that's fishing, especially in PA up here. It's tough. So maybe we'll get one more coming out of this. I think that's the one I caught that fish on, right there. Maybe, I don't know. All right, maybe it was out this way. All right, guys, as the sun goes down here in PA, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate you tonight. We're gonna be going live again probably tomorrow. Probably, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it in the morning or not, because I gotta install another toilet in our other bathroom. So I'll do that probably in the morning, I think, and then I will go live later. But I don't know, I might do live in the morning and maybe get John on there, and then do my work after that. So thank you guys for coming in. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming along, each and every one of you. Check out my description of the videos and all the affiliates and partners and everything like that. Appreciate you. Go over, check it out. Check out my store where you can buy my apparel to help the channel out a lot. Share us out, hit that like button, all that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And like I always say, guys, take a kid fishing or hunting. Keep an eye out for this weekend for more lives. And I'm going to be premiering a video this weekend at some point. I have a video in the storage that I got to put out there. It's our food plotting, our hunting and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that as well. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate that. Like I always say, take a kid fishing or hunting. We're going to preserve our sport and pass it on to future generations. And we will see you. Boom!